And there we go. So, Chelsea,
Yes.
let's start with a little bit about, how you got into trading in the first place and, just generally how you started trading, how you got into the sort of, industry, and then we'll take it from there.
It was actually one of my mutual friends on Facebook posted something about trading. I'm like, okay. And I joined his Zoom sessions and I knew absolutely nothing about trading. This was back in like 2017. And I knew nothing about trading or anything. And didn't even know what an MT4 was. And he he would do live sessions every single night, like 9 p.m. my time, and basically taught me like everything I know. He was kind of my mentor taught me how to like back test EAs, how to manual trade, everything.
Nice.
So
What? So you started using EAs right from the beginning, or?
yes.
Oh, wicked. So you must have come into power like ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Just trying to catch up on everything. You guys update very quickly.
Yeah, there is a lot of updates. Like, it's crazy actually. It's actually crazy how many updates there are. It's like every few months there seems to be like a new thing, and then you have to redo your portfolios and keep up to date with it all. But I think that's one of the best things about being part of the group is just it's just so progressive. Like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I've never really been part of any other trading groups because I don't really need to, but I don't really hear of any other groups that are this progressive.
No.
What about
do what?
What about like in your experience? Have you ever experienced it?
I have tested out. I mean, I've paid for EAs. I've tested out EAs. I've probably tested 75 EAs, and I have never had a group that is like so willing to take into people's consideration on who's actually using the EA. Yeah, like
Love that.
What's going on with it and what they want out of the EA and changing it. And yeah, I've never had a group like that.
That's amazing. That's great to hear. You gave me goosebumps. Yeah.
Yeah, never had a group like that.
Not even my EA, and I've got goosebumps.
Right.
You've Let's just go back to what you just said. So you tested about 75 EAs.
Yeah.
And this is number one.
Yes, for sure. By far.
Yep. Boom. Brilliant. That's what we want to hear.
There's just so many different ways of like different strategies you can use and everything. It's just an all around
beast.
Yeah.
It's literally a beast. So before we get into all that stuff, let's go over like, the challenges that you've had along the way before you found PAL. Are there any challenges, any setbacks? Maybe 3 examples if you can.
I would say starting out too early. So I would get excited, and I started out with just personal accounts first. So I would get excited, and EA's doing good for like a few days. I'm like, man, I could be making, this amount of money on my account. So I would start too soon. And then, of course, in a few days, like blow that account. I mean, it was on like a couple $100s, but still blow that account. And yeah, so starting out too soon, quicker than what I was ready to start out. And then not doing enough back testing. So I probably about a year ago, that's when I really started getting into MT5. So MT4 back testing is horrible. So you would have to do the tick story and upload it on there, and oh my gosh, it was a pain. It took forever. So back testing far enough back, that's another big thing. And then Most of the other EAs, like, you would back test them, they would do good for, like, a couple days, a week if you're lucky, and then all of a sudden it would just
Go
be
to shit.
horrible. Yes.
To be honest, like before, before I think when PAL started, it was well, one, it wasn't called PAL, but it was an MT4 EA, and then
Mhm.
when it transitioned to MT5, like that was the first time I ever heard about backtesting, and you know,
Yes.
I didn't,
I
I heard about it, but I didn't really, all these algo trading groups, you don't really hear of them talk about it. You don't hear of
Right.
them talk about forward testing. You don't hear about, how to validate your back test and all that sort of stuff. You don't really hear
Mhm.
about, just sort of hear
Right.
like, this EA is amazing. It's going to make you rich, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
False promises, but no real substance.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
I started back testing pretty early before anyone really knew about back testing or really trusted it.
yeah,
Um, the forward testing was kinda new to me when MT5 came
yeah,
about. That was kinda new, learning curve. But, I mean, I've always back tested. I've
yeah.
always trusted in the back test.
This,
And PAL especially, like,
yeah.
you need to back test, you can't just it's not a plug and play. No EA is going to be a plug and play. So, you
I,
need put in the
let,
work.
let's touch up on that a little bit, actually, because I
Mhm.
think there's a common misconception that, I mean, the amount of people that I've seen come into the group and like think, not so much anymore actually, but before it was an application process, because now to
Yeah.
join you have to go through an application. But before that, you used to
Yep.
attract a lot of people that were like, I thought this was plug and play,
Yeah.
I thought you would provide everything that we need, like, etc., etc. But yeah, I feel like that's a common misconception. So, um,
Yeah.
have you been sold that dream
No.
in the past?
I mean, there's been other
From
EAs, that will basically promote or market like, "Oh, get rich quick. Here, look at my Lamborghini. Here, look at this," that I've always kinda saw right through it, but I can see how a lot of people will get sucked right
yes,
into it, like, "Oh, I don't have to do any work. I just put an EA on and it makes me millions of dollars."
uh-huh, yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't really work that way.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So, from your, from the setbacks and the EAs that you used before, what kind of forced you into PAL? Like, how did you find PAL? How did you come across PAL?
It was
And
actually one of my friends who was in the group, the Discord group the trading group that I'm in on Discord, and said something about PAL. And I went, and this was actually a year ago, a year and a few weeks ago, because I just paid the yearly thing again. And I tried it out. I messed with it a little bit, but
mhm.
it wasn't until you guys came out with the back test kicker and doing all that,
Mm,
that's when I really went hard with it, because that
yeah,
was a game changer.
changed everything. Like,
Yes.
that was serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was
Before,
huge.
honestly, before that, spend like
Our
days.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
wait like 5 days just to complete, few back tests, and like by that
Yeah.
point it's your motivation kind of dips, and
Yeah.
you know you have to sift through all that manually. Is just going to take you so much time.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a game changer, to be honest.
Mhm.
So that's when you got serious, was it?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's when I got profitable, that's when I got serious. Yep.
Is that when Portfolio Finder come out as well, or
Uh, yes. Yeah.
you use Portfolio Finder?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
use I still like the old version better,
yeah, yeah,
right now, because
yeah.
I can search. So I search, basically by the PAL score first, and I pick like 5, set 5 I do 10. So I do a lot I have a quick computer though, so I can do it really quick. But
Uh-huh.
I optimize a lot of stuff, and I do PAL score first, and then
Mhm.
I will do either profit. It depends on how it comes up. So I'll either do highest profit or I'll do like lowest drawdown or one of those two. So I'll search it a different way to find different set files because
Okay.
sometimes like instead of it being like 120 PAL score, it'll
Yeah.
be like 111. That's actually works the best for me
Yeah,
with
sure.
my risk.
Yep,
So
yep. I've seen that as well actually. With the yeah, with the PAL scoring, it's like I think like my sort of criteria is like anything from 100 and above.
yes,
Um, but so I've been seeing like 130 at the moment, and they're
I
usually like mad.
I
But
saw like a 142. That's the
what?
highest I saw. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't come across a 142 yet. But
Yeah. That was
frustrating
crazy.
is it when when you get like a 130 or a 140, and when you're I don't know if you are testing on OHLC first.
Mhm.
So the graphs will look like clean, and then you
Yeah.
switch back to every tick with real ticks, and then it's like clean, and then
Yes.
bang, and you're like,
Yep.
no, like you thought you had the golden ticket, and then
Right.
you get hit with
Exactly.
that drawdown spike.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating. So
Yes.
what are the things that you focused on the most? Like, what are the products that you've used whilst inside Power? Is it just Banker EA, or are you using Red Alert, Edge?
Um, I've tried Edge a little bit. I still need to get the settings right with Edge. So I haven't really because I have Edge also. So I haven't really like tweaked the settings to every pair on what I would like them to be. So I
Banker,
need to still
to be
do what?
honest. The Banker EA can do it all anyway. Like everything
Yeah.
that Edge does, Banker can
Yeah.
do.
So I've just really been focusing. I haven't tried Red Alert.
Yeah,
I don't have Red Alert. So I've just been focusing all my time on PAL. And really like instead of sitting there at the chart every single day for hours waiting for a trade to line up, you
yeah,
can spend half a day basically and get your set files and then I mean you just check in every day on your accounts and just make sure that they're good.
yeah,
So I mean it's a lot easier now. I mean you have to put in a lot of work. It is a learning curve.
yeah.
And you have to put in a lot of work in
Out.
understanding it. Thankfully, I have 2 really good friends who, also use PAL, so we
Yeah,
kind of go back and
amazing.
forth with, like, different
Nice.
ideas and stuff, so
Yeah, that's great. So in terms of like the amount of work that you actually have to put in, because I think this will be important for people to understand,
Mhm.
because you don't want to come into the group and think this is going to be easy, because
Right.
no, we've made it as simple and easy as possible. It's you still have to put in the work. But how much time would you say you spend back testing, creating a portfolio, and then how much time do you leave it for before you change it?
So I was doing, uh 8 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, and then do it, like, every 2 weeks. So I
Uh,
was on 8-2-2.
you're doing
But
that?
I would get lots of profit, but there were some equity hits in there.
Yeah.
So I'm now going back. I keep on like going back further and further, but I'm now going back 16,
Hmm.
16, 4, and 2.
A
So
week, months,
16 weeks,
weeks.
4 weeks forward, and redo every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. You do it every 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And
then
I'll still like, mostly every weekend, I'll still just I mean, if everything is okay, but if I had like high drawdown on one or whatever, I will
mhm,
still back test it from the date that I started to the current date. So basically
nice.
another week just to see
Yeah.
how it's doing. And if it still is within my drawdown limits, then I keep it on there.
And then how long would you say it takes you to create and backtest?
Um,
Obviously, the computer does all the backtesting,
so
do that,
yeah.
but to set.
So I would say now, since I have like all my op files for the different challenges and accounts and everything, I would say it would be probably about I mean, I have, like, 3 set files for each pair, and I'm running, like, 8 pairs right now.
Okay.
So I would say about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
That's after
Okay.
the back testing is done, but I'll normally start back testing while it's still back testing.
Yep. Yeah. So that's great stuff. The 8 pairs and how many set files did you say?
3 set files.
3 set files. So 3 set files, 8 pairs. Again, shows like the power of, well, one, using an EA, but two, using the banker EA, because
Yep.
manually that would be impossible.
Right.
Like pretty much impossible, right? To keep up on top of 8 pairs and cover, I'm not sure what settings that you're running, but like to cover all different markets is going to be super hard, right? So to be able to do that and basically cover everything is pretty crazy. Right. And then within terms of the back testing side of things, everyone's got their own method and their preference, but we can test back in weeks, months. I test back in from January 2023. Yeah, January 23 onwards, because I just can't be bothered to like keep changing it, and I sort of
enjoy it.
Yeah, same. Addictive, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like that's where I get my hits.
Right.
Like,
right.
Once I'm seeing them backtest graphs, I'm like, oh god, like I'm so excited about it.
I really kind of enjoy. I'm a numbers person, so I really just enjoy it.
It's what I do with my spare time, to be honest. Like, it's no longer about going out and drinking.
Right. Yes.
About
back test, make money.
It's the best thing. So yeah. So what sort of success have you had whilst inside PAL? Have you managed to get funded? Have you managed to get payouts? Are you running live capital?
Yep, I have 3 funded accounts right now. One is a 500K. So I got the FTP when they were running the promotion for the 250K. That's normally 200, but they were running the 250K, and they double it once you get to 10%. So I have a 500K with them, and then I have just a regular 250K, and then I have another 100K. So I'm working on getting. I'm in 3 challenges right now. I'm in another FTP. I love FTP. They pay out like every week. They're hard, but they pay out every week.
I can't think off the top of my head who FTP are.
Funded Trading Plus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they pay out every week, and they're quick.
They pay out every week?
Oh, yeah.
You get weekly withdrawals from them?
Yep.
God.
The highest I got was over 10,000 in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was running 822 though, but yeah.
You made 10K in 1 week and withdrew it at the end of the week.
Yep.
Like, best thing. That's amazing. That's unbelievable. Fair play. So how much in payouts have you actually seen? Like,
I was trying to total it up the other day. I think because there were some weeks when I was on vacation or whatever, so I didn't have it running, and then I had a procedure done on my neck, so I didn't have that running then either. So I think only, and I've cut it back a lot, but about 40,000 in payouts.
Unbelievable.
So I once I got the 10, I'm like, all right, this is getting kind of risky. Let me cut it back a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to get that big payout though.
Right.
Like what has that done to you personally?
It's been great. So I am planning on hopefully retiring the commercial cleaning business that I have. And
cleaning, did you say?
A commercial cleaning business.
Okay,
so we
cool.
clean out apartments when they move, like luxury apartments when they move, and office buildings and dentist offices and whatever.
Are you gonna?
Eh, yeah, yeah. It's so hard with employees. Employees suck. It sucks. They don't show up, you know. Oh man, it's a headache.
Yeah,
So probably just invest in real estate more. Now I
nice.
have some more
So
capital to work with.
is it giving you? I think what I was trying to say is like, has it given you the confidence to go on and do these things because
Yeah.
you know that you can do it and you know that you can get these withdrawals? Like, has it
Yeah.
affected you in a way that your confidence has grew to be able to go on to bigger and better things?
Yeah. So my confidence in trading has grown also. And then confidence in yeah, I wanna get into real estate.
Yeah,
So it
love
gives
that.
me the capital of, you know,
Yeah, to be
being
able to.
able to buy it outright and then like still have money coming in, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So with your challenges, you got 3 challenges on the go right now, and
yep.
they are who are they with?
I have FTP, Acre FX,
Yeah.
and which Acre FX, I don't know. And then 5 percenter. I am
Okay.
trying 5 percenter where you have to have the stop loss, which that with their like rules and stuff, that was hard trying to find a set file for them.
I was gonna say
Being
that.
that like like reserve and everything, and yeah, that was hard trying to find a set file.
It teaches you good things though, to be honest. You might wanna speak
Yes.
to, there's a guy called Ian, tr
Mhm.
Trades Look On, Trade something. I'll send you his, name in the group, but he
Okay.
passed the test with those.
Okay.
You speak to him about that because yeah, he smashed it.
Nice.
But that's great. That will take you over 1 million in
Yeah.
funded,
Yep.
and there we go. Everything from then on is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
best.
still trade them like they're like 100Ks though. Like I'm
Yeah, yeah.
still pretty
Nice.
reserved. Like even though it's a 500K, like I might trade it like a 200K. But
Love
yeah,
that. That's good.
yeah, I
That's good.
don't.
Good discipline, to be honest.
Hmm.
So like brilliant stuff, by the way. Yeah, very inspiring. So um what advice would you give to anyone that's sitting on the fence, looking to join PAL, or any new members that have just started? So let's go with 3 pieces of advice, and what would they be,
Um,
or tips?
take your time to learn the steps doing it. So like I mean I was familiar with it and I was still pretty lost at the beginning.
Mm,
But just like going through all the videos and everything and take your time, don't rush into it and try and learn it real quick. Um, the optimization, figure out like what everything, every feature does.
mhm.
So that's a big one.
Yeah.
Um, and then if you want to, if you have a quicker computer, if you want to like optimize it, do the parameters on what you want to optimize it with.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't need to be like, you know, so little to so huge. It
Yeah.
just within what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then think about the drawdown. So if the portfolio, what is it called now? The analysis, standalone analysis.
Yeah.
If if that says you're gonna have like $1,000 in drawdown,
Yeah.
the market's, you know, the
Go.
market. So expect it to have like 2 grand, or I even do 3 grand. So
This
I
is what
do
I'm.
times three.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear this because I thought it was just me.
No.
Um, yeah, when I see the so just for like anyone that's watching, the
Mm,
standalone analysis is built into Portfolio Finder, or Portfolio Builder as it is now
yeah.
called, because it's changed, and that allows you to compare your set files in terms of, you know, the drawdown spikes that you're going to see, and make sure that, you know, they're not going into drawdown at the same time. So yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, looking, if it's 1K, I kind of take that as a, you know, as a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be like, I tend to double it at least. And
yes,
because you've got to take into
I used to
delays and, you know, execution times and, you know, slippage and all that stuff.
Yes, I used to do double. Now I'm up to ×3.
Yeah.
So, and that's been great.
Yeah, 100%. Another way you could do it is when you copy from, I don't know if you use social trader tools, or do you copy your account?
Acre does not allow me to copy, so I don't use that many copying yet. I only have the 3 that are going, and yeah, I'm not using the copier yet.
It's straight from the server.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say that another way you could do it for social trader tools is just set the lot multiplier to, you know, half it.
Yep.
So that's what I tend to do. I tend to create my portfolio, and then when I copy it over, I just do it at half multiplier, and that tends to keep it in check quite a bit, actually. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I interrupted you there. I got excited. What was the last one more piece of advice or tip for anyone looking to join PAL? What would you say? Someone was, you know, I'm in an RN. Is it going to be right for me? You know, shall I do it? Shall I not? What would you say?
Make sure you have the time to learn it. Like, if you're working multiple jobs right now and you're wanting to just like rush into it, and you only have like an hour or two, you have to have a clear mind when you're trying to learn it, and be like a sponge and try and really learn the process, learn about the EA before you just throw it on a challenge or a personal account.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that's really good to hear, actually. That's really good advice. Because you do need time. If you're going to come into it stressed, then you know, a bit desperate to like, you know, need to get it on a challenge ASAP. You know, within the first week, I need to get funded, and how long is it going to take me to get funded? If you're in that rush and that desperation kind of mindset, it's not going to work. You're going to get humbled like very, very quickly.
Yes, very quickly.
As I found out at the start.
I did too. Oh, I
think everyone, right? It's like, what? And then trading is just, so stressful. It's unbelievable. And then it kind of all works out. Fantastic. Brilliant. Amazing. We're going to end it there. I'm just going to click to stop record, but give me 2 seconds.